Hello students, welcome back to this new session. In this session, I'm starting with the module 3, that is partial differential equations. Okay, for module 2 videos, just refer the channel. There is a playlist of all the videos on the topics of module 2. Please refer it, complete your module 2, and then we'll start with module 3. Okay, so from now on, we'll be working with the topics on module 3, that is partial differential equations. So actually, let us, before beginning with what are partial differential equations, we will understand what is a partial differential equation first, and then we'll move on to the problems. Okay, an equation involving the partial derivatives of the dependent variable with respect to one or more of its independent variables is called a partial differential equation or a PDE. Okay, so any equation which is involving with the partial derivatives of the dependent variable with respect to one or more of its independent variables is called a PDE. Okay, so I hope the point is clear here. Now let us start working for understanding the order and degree of a partial differential equation. It is same as what you have learnt already in differential equation. The order of the partial differential equation is the highest order derivative present in that equation, and the degree is the degree of the highest order derivative present in the equation after clearing the fractional constants. That degree of the highest order derivative is called the degree of the partial differential equation. Okay, so basically there are two types of partial differential equations. One is homogeneous and the other is non-homogeneous. All that we will study in detail, so please stay tuned. Understand what is the order and degree of a PDE. Okay, so the order of the PDE, the order of a PDE is the order of the highest order derivative present here, present in the equation, is the order of the highest order derivative present in the equation in the PDE, and the degree is the degree of, and the degree of the PDE, I will say degree of a PDE is the degree of the highest order derivative after clearing the fractional powers, after clearing the fractional powers. Okay, so the order is the highest order derivative. Order of a PDE is the highest order, is the order of the highest order derivative present in the PDE, and the order and the degree of the PDE is the degree of the highest order derivative present in the PDE. Okay, after clearing the fractional constants, fractional powers. So this definition is similarly same as the order and degree of ordinary differential equation. Okay, it's same as that, but only thing is that here we consider the partial order derivatives, not partial derivatives, but not the total derivatives. I hope that is clear to all of you. Now let us understand various types of the partial differential equations. Okay, so what are the various types of partial differential equations? Basically there are two types. One is homogeneous PDE, and the other is non-homogeneous PDE. Okay, non-homogeneous PDE. Okay, so let us discuss what do you mean by a homogeneous and non-homogeneous PDE. A homogeneous PDE, yes, any PDE, a partial differential equation, is said to be homogeneous, if each term of a PDE, of the PDE, is either the dependent variable, I hope you understand this point, either the dependent variable or the partial derivative of dependent variable with respect to one independent variable only. Okay, independent variable only. Okay, so what do you mean by this? Yes, each term of the PD, either it should be the dependent variable or this, what I hope that is seen there. Now see, yes, any PD is said to be homogeneous if each term of the PD is either the dependent variable or the partial derivative of the dependent variable with respect to one single independent variable only. So what do you mean by this? Say for example, I will write the partial differential equation, say z dou z by dou x plus dou z by dou y minus z is equal to 0. See, look at each term of this differential equation. The term, either it is the partial derivative with respect to one single variable or the dependent variable. Yes or no? You have only dou z by dou x, dou z by dou y and dependent variable as the terms of the partial differential equation. So this is a homogeneous PDE. Okay, this is homogeneous PDE. If any PD is not satisfying this condition, then it is non-homogeneous. Okay, otherwise, okay, only, okay, otherwise I'll write it here only, otherwise it is called a non-homogeneous PD, a non-homogeneous PD. Okay, what do you mean by non-homogeneous PD? Say for example, if I consider dou square z by dou x dou y plus z is equal to 0. So now see here, the dependent variable is there as its term, but look at one of the terms here, dou square z by dou x dou y. It's a mixed derivative, so it's not a homogeneous, it's a non-homogeneous PDE. Okay, it's a non-homogeneous PDE. Why? Because mixed derivatives are appearing. Similarly, if I write here one more example for homogeneous, it will be still clear to you. If I write dou square z by dou x square plus dou square z by dou y square is equal to 0. This is also a homogeneous PDE because each term of that PDE contains the partial derivatives with respect to one single variable. See, dou square z by dou x square, only with respect to x here, only with respect to y here. The terms are like that, right? Each term is been defined there. Okay, what? It should be either the dependent variable or the partial derivative with respect to one single variable only, not the mixed one. Here it is mixed one. So this is a non-homogeneous PDE, whereas this is a homogeneous PDE. I hope the homogeneous and non-homogeneous concept is clear to all of you. Now let us discuss what is a linear PDE. Now it's very clear. If the degree of the PDE is 1, then we say it's a linear partial differential equation. Okay, so let us continue with the problems, or let us first understand the next topic, that is formation of PDE, then we'll start with the problems. Okay. Start with the new topic of the module 3, okay, that is formation of a PDE by eliminating arbitrary constants. Okay, so previously we just saw some basic points that you had to know about a PDE. Now let us continue. How do you form a PDE by eliminating arbitrary constants? So given any relation, say given any relation say a function will be given relating x, y, z, some constants a, b is equal to 0. Okay, so there will be some function, okay, where z is depending on x and y and a, b are constant. So I will say z is depending on x and y and a, b are constants. Okay, are constants. So to frame a PDE, what we do is we eliminate the arbitrary constants by considering the partial derivatives of z with respect to x and y and somehow try to relate them and frame a PDE. Okay, so we see that, okay, differentiating, you call this as equation 1, differentiating 1 with respect to x and y partially eliminate A and B. Okay, so you have to just A and B. Okay, you get certain relations where A will be equated to certain partial derivatives, or you will have certain relations. Okay, two equations you will get if you consider dou z by dou x, if you consider dou z by dou y, right? Two equations you will get like that, and equation one, totally there will be three equations. From those three equations you try to eliminate the constants A and B. Okay, and then frame a PDE. Okay, this is what we'll be doing hereafter. Okay, and before we start with the actual problems, I want to make it clear that we are going to use, before we begin with the actual problems, I want you to remember certain important notations that we'll be using throughout this module. Okay, so the notations are, first is dou z by dou x is equal to P. Second, we always denote dou z by dou x as small p, dou z by dou y as small q, dou square z by dou x square as small r, dou square z by dou x dou y is equals to small s, and dou square z by dou y square as t. Okay, so we have to partially differentiate with respect to x and y as many as number of times so as to clear those arbitrary constants. Our whole motive will be clearing those arbitrary constants or eliminating those arbitrary constants by considering the partial derivatives of z with respect to x and y. Okay, we have to consider how many partial derivatives and how we can eliminate it. We'll see it in the problems. Okay, start with the problem 1 here. Form a PDE for the first one here. Say z is equal to x plus a into y plus b. Okay, so here a and b are constants, z is related as, yes, right. So what we will do, we'll first differentiate this equation with respect to x and see whether we can eliminate certain constants. So what is dou z by dou x? Anyone? Solution will begin. Okay, we have to eliminate the arbitrary constants a and b and form a PDE for this example. Okay, so first we'll consider dou z by dou x. What is dou z by dou x? Yes, derivative of this bracket, u into v rule you have to use. Derivative of this bracket with respect to x will be 1, and the bracket as it is, this bracket as it is, plus derivative of, yes, this bracket as it is, the first bracket as it is, derivative of this bracket with respect to x will be 0, right? So partial derivative we are considering, dou x by dou x will be 1, derivative of a is 0, it's a constant. So only derivative of x, which is 1, the bracket as it is, plus the first bracket as it is, derivative of the second bracket, that is 0. Derivative of y with respect to x is considered to be 0 because we are partially differentiating z with respect to x. Okay, so y is constant for us. So now dou z by dou x will be equal to y plus b. Okay, similarly we'll consider what is dou z by dou y. Use u into v rule once again. First, derivative of this bracket with respect to y now. Because x is constant, derivative of the first bracket will be 0. Okay, y plus b as it is, plus first bracket as it is into the derivative of the second bracket, derivative of this bracket with respect to y, it will be 1. Okay, so you are getting dou z by dou y is equal to x plus a. So first bracket you are getting it as dou z by dou y, and the second bracket you are getting it as dou z by dou x. Is it not? So in notations we have substituted dou z by dou x as p, this as q, right? So z will be equal to, the first bracket is dou z by dou y into dou z by dou x. Yes or no? Which is q into p, or z is equal to pq is the required PDE. Okay, hence the solution for this problem. Let's continue with one more problem. Yes, here is one problem, that is 2z is equal to x square by a square plus y square by b square. Now here again the constants a and b have to be eliminated. Okay, so for that, let us start our solution now. So as usual, we differentiate the given equation with respect to x partially and also with respect to y partially. Let's do that and see what we get. So derivative of this with respect to x, differentiating this with respect to x partially and y partially, I will say. So what do you get? Derivative 2 as it is, dou z by dou x. Derivative of z with respect to x, it will be dou z by dou x. Derivative of x square with respect to x will be 2x divided by a square. Second term derivative will be 0 because it is constant for us. Similarly, I'll call this as equation, I'll simplify this first. So you have dou z by dou x is equal to x by a square, or this is nothing but p for me. Similarly, derivative of this with respect to y, it will be 2 times dou z by dou y is equals to derivative of this with respect to y, it's 0. Derivative of this with respect to y will be 2y divided by b square. 2 gets cancelled. This is nothing but q is equal to y by b square. Now from this equation, I had to eliminate a square, right? A square and b square. I can write a square as a square is equal to x divided by p. Look at this equation, right? Similarly, I can separate my b square from here. B square is equal to y by q. So I've got the values for both x and y, I mean a square and b square. Let us substitute them back in the given equation. So you are given with 2z is equal to x square by a square plus y square by b square. So x square as it is divided by, value for a square is x by p. So it will be x divided by p you will get, plus y square divided by y divided by q you will get. Okay, you see this? Yes. Now this is equal to, this p goes to the numerator, q goes to the numerator. When x gets cancelled, you will have x into p plus y into qc. So this is 2z is equal to x into p plus y into q, where p is dou z by dou x, q is dou z by dou y. So we have, you can clearly see that this equation does not contain any arbitrary constant. So this is a required PDE. Okay, I hope the point is clear. This is how you are to see how to clear those arbitrary constants. Let's go for one more problem here. Say z is equals to a into log of x square plus y square plus b. So we have to eliminate the constants a and b from this. This is the next equation. Okay, so let's solve this problem now. Let's differentiate this with respect to x and y partially. Solution. Yes, so dou z by dou x will be what? A divided by x square plus y square into 2x, right? Right? Okay. Now, you can take a, yes, similarly, what is dou z by dou y? I'll take a partition here. What is dou z by dou y? It will be 2, okay, a as it is divided by x square plus y square into 2y. Derivative of this is 0. So you are just writing dou z by dou x as 2ax divided by x square plus y square. Okay, and also dou z by dou y as 2ay divided by x square plus y square. Okay. Or I can write this as p is equal to 2ax divided by x square plus y square, and q is equal to 2ay divided by x square plus y square. So you have to eliminate a now. B is already eliminated. You have to just eliminate a. So for that, I'll take this to the left hand side. So p into x square plus y square divided by 2x is equal to a. Just see from this equation. This value of a I'll substitute it here. So it will be q is equal to 2y divided by x square plus y square. I'll keep it aside, and a value you have to substitute here. It is p into x square plus y square divided by 2x. Is it not? 2 gets cancelled. The bracket also gets cancelled. Okay, you are getting, yes, q is equals to, I'll write it here, q is equals to py divided by x. Look at this. Or if you further simplify this, it will be q into x is equal to p into y, or the final equation I can write qx minus py is equal to 0. This is the required PDE. Okay, hence the solution. Okay, this is how you are going to solve it. I hope the point is clear. Yes. by taking the first derivative itself, b got cancelled. You have to just eliminate a. Okay, it's very simple. Let's go for one more so that you get used to this. Okay. So here is one problem. Find the PD of the family of circles whose centers lie on the plane z is equal to 0 and have a constant radius r. So what do you mean by the plane z is equal to 0? It's nothing but the xy plane, is it not? Yes. So we will consider solution. Let the coordinates of the center be a, b, comma 0. So let the center, yes, be a, b, comma 0 because it is lying in the plane xy plane. Okay. So yes, centers lie in the xy plane. So you are going to find the equation of the circles with centers on xy plane. So how will you write it? It will be x square. Okay. First the distance. So x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z minus 0 whole square is equal to r square. So how will you write the equation of a circle? Equation of the circles, yes, with center at this point and radius r and radius, let the coordinates of the center be, okay, and the radius be r. Okay. So if that is the case, the equation of the circle will be x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z minus 0 whole square is equal to r square. So this represents the equation of a circle in the given region or in the given plane. Okay. So now we will consider, simplify this. You will have x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z square is equal to r square. Okay. Right there. Here a and b are arbitrary constants, because if you change the constants a and b, mean the coordinates a and b, you will get different circles, but since have the constant radius, so the radius will be same, but if the center is changed, you will get different circles of the same radius on the xy plane. Okay. So we are, yes, so we can easily say that the a and b are the arbitrary constants for us. Okay. Right. So we have to only eliminate the constants a and b to frame our PD. Okay. For that, let us differentiate, call this as equation 1. Differentiating 1 with respect to x and y partially. With respect to x and y partially. So what do you get? It will be derivative of this with respect to x. So it will be 2 into x minus a. Yes or no? How do you differentiate x square? Like that same way. So yes, plus we are only differentiating with respect to x first. So derivative of this bracket with respect to x will be 0. Derivative of z with respect to x. So here we are treating z as a function of x and y. Okay, please remember. We are treating z as a function of x and y. So it will be 2 into z into dou z by dou x is equal to the derivative of r with respect to, because r is constant, it will be 0. So you will have, if you further simplify this, it will be x minus a plus z into p is equal to 0. Right? So this is one equation. Similarly, let us differentiate the first equation with respect to y partially now. So we will get x, derivative of the first bracket. This is done with respect to x. Now we have to continue with respect to y. Okay. So derivative of the first bracket with respect to y, 0, plus the derivative of the second bracket with respect to y, it will be 2 times y minus b, plus derivative of z with respect to y, it will be 2z into dou z by dou y is equals to derivative of r with respect to y, which is 0. Now if you further simplify this, you will have y minus b plus 2, okay, 2 is got cancelled, zq is equals to 0. Okay, you have got another equation like this. Okay, now somehow we have to relate and write it. Okay, now from this equation I can write z into p is equal to x minus a minus x minus a minus of x minus a. right? And from this equation I can write z into q is equal to minus of y minus b. Okay, so if x minus, yes, squaring both the sides, right, you can write zp is equal to minus of x minus a, zq is equal to minus of y minus b, right? Or I can square on both the sides of this equation. So z into p is equal to minus of x minus a, squaring, what do you get? Squaring z square p square will be x minus a whole square, or no? Similarly, z into q is equal to minus of y minus b, squaring, what do you get? Z square q square will be minus sign whole square is plus. So you get this. So this bracket you have already got. Let us substitute that in this equation 1. So you will have z square p square plus z square q square, because this bracket whole square plus this bracket whole square you all having, right? So we had just separated the brackets and we have written. So we will take their square so that all, yes, we can easily separate them. Okay, plus z square is equal to r square. Okay, so you can take z square common, you will have p square plus q square plus 1 is equal to r square. This is the required PDE of this problem. Okay, hence the solution. Continue in my next session with some more problems. Till then, thank you.